casting has been about for maybe up to 30 years. There's been various ways of doing it, but we're going to go off and have a look at a very new technique, and it's demonstrated by the owner of the product, Derek Poupard. You can use this on horses that are just going barefoot. You can use it on horses that have a damaged foot where you need to nail a shoe on and you can't get that on securely. So lots of ways of doing it. You will see a different way of using acrylic glue to hoof cast as well. I'm in one of the yards at MOULTON Paddocks, which is part of the Godolphin empire, and I'm fortunate to have an invite by Derek Poupard. Give us a wave, Derek. That's the way. So this is Derek's shop. Everything in Godolphin is big and clean and neat and new, but as with all farrier shops, look, collection of shoes, some of the weird and wonderful, some of Derek's 3D printed pads there, still on the shoes. Hope that doesn't mean the shoes were lost. I'm sure they were taken off him on. And a well-stocked shop. And 2 shoeing areas?
Yeah, one for each yard.
So 1 shoeing area for each yard. So there's the mirror yard out through the other side. So we have a little bit of a more traditional farrier shop in here with, look, ambles still exist. And here we have some shoes made by the redoubtable Ian Pope, who was here as a farrier. He's back in South Africa now, and I'm sure these were his associate shoes. Swanee gas fire, no coke, don't blame him either. And again, a nice view through the window of this beautiful yard out here. So, I didn't realise you put that much on the dorsal hoof wall. But you put extra glue around the heels.
It's a very, very thin layer.
Yeah.
You notice I haven't actually taken too much hoof wall off to put on, so there won't be any damage to the, it's not going to actually bite into the actual foot as much.
And you're running it onto the heels. I know I saw that on the other one.
It's very important, is that your...
Yeah, and you put extra glue on the heels. We can see just how low this is. So this, the main advantage, you have very quick reactions, Derek, so well done. Because I could have got a gluey foot in the face there. So you are actually supporting these heels or reinforcing them? I don't know how you describe it.
Reinforcing them, that's exactly what I'm doing.
And so now the cast material goes on, which, I know, critical moment. How is it that every horse in the world can stand so quietly until the moment they're supposed to stand still?
It's okay.
They're innate ability.
I'm just going to bring it forward now.
So you're doubling up the material.
Yep. At the heels, because I just want to create a bit of a...
And you do that by almost, I don't know what we'd say, concertining.
Folding it, concertining it.
And now back round again to catch it all.
Do it there. You've got plenty of time to play around with it, so never panic about that.
Yeah, it's not a fast set.
No,
and I know you've...
It's also a bit cold weather.
The acrylic isn't a... Yeah. It's not that cold here yet, Derek. I know you come from South Africa. It's actually quite a pleasant October day because we've had some pretty poor days, haven't we? In the last week or so.
Yeah, we have. Windy, rainy.
So plenty of reinforcing going on there. And then you will apply a sponge of water to really get this cast setting up.
This will just saturate it.
Yeah.
That is good. And now I'll wrap it. You got it, Gossip?
You could really do with 2 sets of hands here.
Gossip is mine.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to roll these heels up.
Yeah. And that's really ensuring that the glue is well impregnating the cast.
And also pushing the heels back up towards the ground surface as well.
Yeah. So that's set in 4 or 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the time that it took you to do the other one?
That's correct.
All right.
Now we're going to clean it up.
And so what else do you have to do now?
I'm now going to cut the heels off the back here.
Yeah.
You don't want anything around the soft bulbs.
Oh, so you're going to remove the area on the front?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the other one is with the edge of your rasp. So once you've actually got it out, you can then just cut it with a knife.
Again, so you've gone
I went
above
over
the coronary band,
yep.
and so you're just thinning it at the coronary band and
Correct.
taking it off.
Because there was no glue holding it on, so
Yeah.
it was just loose on top there. And then this will just rasp it down. You can see how, look at the junction I've got.
Yeah.
And that is the key here. Is I've got a very, very strong junction right there and a good heel base. This is becoming very popular casting.
Your type of casting or casting in general?
My casting, because this type of casting, because I'm selling over 1,000 a month, you know, around the world. So
do you do tutorials, or how do you
I've
get
got
the lessons done?
online. I've got a website with videos on how to do it. And I've done quite a few clinics on it, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I've done a few clinics with Carl at Strong Home. I'm just going to chew this off. Look like an extension of the hoof wall, not like an acrylic nail.
So if you want any more information, you can look at hoofcast.com. I think that was a great demo by Derek, and you can see that you can either do it and keep a horse barefoot, or after it's been done you can traditionally nail a shoe onto it. If you've enjoyed this video, and you must have liked it a bit because you wouldn't have lasted this long, then you can also find me on Hoof for the Horse podcast, and you can read some of my books just by googling Simon Curtis Farrier books.